Is that. And how good is the glitter strip as well? The Broncos will be touching down in just over 8 hours' time. We'll have all the pictures for you tomorrow night.
It is the place to be. All right, thank you, Alissa. Well, time to check finance now with Angela Cox. And Ange, our market hit an all-time high at one stage today.
That's right, better than expected results from Harvey Norman helped the ASX closing 38 points higher. Shares in the furniture retailer jumped after Gerry Harvey told investors he's confident of an extended rebound. Gains for JB Hi-Fi too. Bitcoin surged on worries about the US fiscal position. Iron ore prices still sliding, and new data confirmed the retail bounce back after a dip in December. Sales figures rose 1.1% in January as Australians went shopping again. Consumers took advantage of discounting with clothing and footwear, housing goods and department stores up most.
Thanks, Ange. Now to a report that might make you rethink your bedtime routine. Special devices fitted to almost 3,000 Australians have unlocked the secret to perfect sleep. And it all begins long before you hit the hay.
For Suzanne Courier, getting a good night's sleep can be a nightmare. She's tried just about everything.
A warm shower, reading, counting sheep. Doesn't work. When you're lying there and it's 3 a.m. and you still haven't had any sleep, that can be very frustrating.
Suzanne's not alone. Experts say that's because the secret to a good night's sleep begins well before bedtime.
We looked at the 24-hour day, and it seems that how we structure our day may influence how well we sleep at night.
Using special devices to monitor 1,400 adults and 1,200 children, Australian researchers have found exercise holds the key.
We think that physical activity has physiological changes, releases hormone serotonin, which has mood-boosting effects.
The higher intensity, the better. Just 20 minutes is enough at any time of day.
People who are more active seem to experience less tiredness, less troubled sleep, and have a better quality sleep.
Something young mum Nancy Mustragiacomo can relate to.
If I've had a busy day and my daily schedule was jam-packed with things, I find that I'm more exhausted and I want to go to sleep earlier, and therefore I do sleep better.
And the same works in reverse. In fact, going to bed early can be a curse by leading to poor sleep quality.
To do 20 minutes of vigorous exercise to get the benefit of being able to go to sleep quickly, I would definitely try it.
Ashley Kanowski, 7 News.
Cutting the cost of your power bill, the 10-second check, saving families money. Details ahead.
And a hot and stormy start to autumn on the way. I'll have the forecast coming up next.
It's the 10-second power bill check that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. Tonight we can reveal how to make sure you're getting the best deal. Samantha Heathwood explains.
As electricity prices soar, the pressure is on power companies to tell you how you can save. The Australian Energy Regulator now requires every power bill to include information about your plan and if it's the best one for you. The quick 10-second check can save you hundreds of dollars a year, and right now it's worth making the switch. If you sign up to some Power Shop or Origin plans, you'll get $150 credit until March 12. Energy Australia is offering $100 credit if you make the switch, while you'll get $75 credit with AGL if you also sign up for gas. And Alinta is offering $50 credit if you haven't received any other credits in the past year. The only catch with all of these incentives, it's up to you to call and make sure you're getting the best deal. Samantha Heathwood there. The best beer in the country has been found on the Sunshine Coast. Moffat Brewing Co. beat 600 other brews to win Grand Champion Beer for its Trilogy Best Coast IPA in the Royal Queensland Beer Awards. They say their secret is simple, keeping it fresh.
And cold, I reckon.
Yeah, it helps.
Weather now, Tony, some pretty good conditions for working up a thirst.
Yes, Max, another hot and sunny day in the southeast to round out summer. Thirsty work if you've been outside, especially. This image from Kangaroo Point before the worst of that heat set in this morning. 23 overnight, then up to 31 degrees in Brisbane, and that now brings us to 60 consecutive nights at or above 20 degrees, breaking the previous record. I think we all know it's been hot and muggy for a while. Across the state today, not too much going on in the southern half of the state overall, except for a couple of storms bubbling away over the Granite Belt this afternoon. Heavy rain on the North Tropical Coast overnight. One spot near Innisfail picking up 239 millimetres and still some heavy showers around Cairns in the late afternoon. Tomorrow, the heaviest rain and storms continue to contract into far northern parts of Queensland. More widespread activity over the Northern Territory. Elsewhere, unsettled weather also over New South Wales near a trough here, and we could see one or two of those cells pushing up into far southern parts of Queensland. Around the nation tomorrow for the first day of autumn, storms for Darwin, Broome and Alice Springs, and all dry and pretty quiet down south. Back to northern Queensland, storms contracting up towards Cape York Peninsula. That includes Weipa. Still the odd shower in Cairns, less likely in Townsville, but it should be dry most of the time on the east coast. Heading south, once again, Stanthorpe and the Granite Belt are most likely to see any storms, but they'll be few and far between. Staying hot, tops of 33 degrees for Gympie and Maryborough. Across the southeast, partly cloudy again, but that cloud should be a bit more, thinning out into the afternoon. We pick up the new season where we left off though, 21 up to 34 degrees in Ipswich. Then sea breezes keeping coastal locations closer to the 30-degree mark, 22 up to 30 in Sandgate and Manly. Boaties, a great morning to get out on the water. Light and variable winds to start, then the usual northeast sea breezes kick in the afternoon. In Brisbane for your Friday, mostly sunny, 22 up to 31 degrees. Pushing the crystal ball a little further, sunny and even hotter on Saturday, 33 the top. Make that 35 in Ipswich, then back to 32 on Sunday before some late storms roll in. On the Gold Coast, Saturday looking great for a trip to the beach. Most of Sunday should be okay before those late storms. And Sunshine Coasters, you should stay dry all weekend, then showers return on Monday with a gusty southeast change on the coast. Sharyn, Max, that's it for summer. Let's see what autumn brings.
Hopefully some cooler conditions. That would be nice. All right, thank you, Tony. Now, before we go, here's a look at special reports in 7 News tomorrow night.
In 7 News, the Southeast's petrol supercycle. Prices spiking more than 50 cents a litre.
Huge differences, and not just within suburbs, sometimes within streets.
The cheapest fuel at the touch of a button. And a health warning on makeup brushes affecting skin and eyes. The simple step to avoid it. 7 News at 6.
And that's all from us this Thursday.
Have a good night.
Good night.